What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. This is the life of Care Bear. If you're new to this channel, my name is Karen, aka Care Bear. So yes, I am wearing my Minnie Mouse ears once again. This time I'm wearing a different one. This pair I got in Shanghai. It's all like sparkly here. You already read the title, and we are going to make beignets, and not just any kind of beignets. We are going to make Mickey Mouse shaped beignets. If you don't know what a beignet is, it's basically bread with powdered sugar. That's simple as that. They're really famous in New Orleans. That is like a must you have to have when you go to New Orleans. Like, you need to have a beignet. They are delicious, guys. When I went recently to New Orleans, I think we went like what, 3-4 times, maybe 5 times to go get beignets. So if you go to New Orleans, you have to have a beignet. All right, I got my Minnie Mouse ears, my necklace, my sweatshirt or my crew neck, and then I got some other earrings. They're little Minnie Mouse. So again, I am all Disneyed out. So before I start, I do want to explain a little something. We are frying again, so this is another challenge for me. You know, if you guys didn't see last week's episode, I was gonna say episode like if I'm a show. If you guys missed last week's upload, go check it out. We ended up making a whole bunch of Disney snacks, and I ended up frying 2 of the things, and they came out great. Like, I had no problems. So crossing fingers, this comes out really good. All right, so the other thing is that one of the ingredients is yeast. Yeast, am I saying that right? Yeast. But yes, it's yeast, and I could not find it anywhere at the store. Like, no one had it. I even called restaurants to see if they were selling it, because I know some restaurants were like selling flour and all that stuff. So we have to substitute that, and we're substituting it by baking soda and lemon juice. So we have to combine that, and that'll be our substitute for yeast. Because we're doing that, I'm really hoping that this comes out really good, because with baking you have to be really exact. So now that we're substituting it, I don't know how good. I just really hope it comes out delicious, because also with the yeast is to kind of make it rise. So if I don't have like the official yeast, is it not gonna rise? Like, I don't know. So this is gonna be a real test for me. This is my first time doing it. If I make a mistake, if something goes wrong, if I burn the place down, oh my god, I'm gonna get it on camera. And why am I posting it? All right, so this is what we're gonna need. We are going to need a half a teaspoon of dry yeast, but again, we're substituting that. So if you have yeast, go ahead and use half a teaspoon of yeast. But if you don't, you're gonna substitute it with lemon juice and baking soda. So it says here 1 teaspoon of yeast. You can use half a teaspoon of lemon juice and half a teaspoon of baking soda. Let's do the math here. If we're using half a teaspoon of yeast, we're gonna do a 1/4 teaspoon of lemon juice and a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. And we're gonna pray that that works. Okay, so also you're gonna need a 1/4 cup of warm water, a 1/4 cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of vegetable shortening, a half a teaspoon of salt, half a cup of heavy cream, 1 egg, 4 cups of all-purpose flour, a half cup of boiling water, vegetable oil for frying, and last but not least, powdered sugar. Lots and lots of powdered sugar. It doesn't specify how much, so you can put as much as you want. Let's pray that these come out so good. Okay, so the first step is to put the yeast in warm water. So I have the warm water there. So we're gonna make our yeast. So we're gonna do a half a teaspoon of baking soda. I got my half teaspoon of baking soda. We got the lemon juice. I'm just mixing it there. So I'm editing this, and I realized I was supposed to use a 1/4 of baking soda and a 1/4 of lemon juice, not a half. There's my yeast. I'm gonna put that in the warm water. And then you're just gonna mix it till it dissolves. Okay, so I should have mentioned this when I was pouring it. My stove wasn't on. It was just in the pot because I warmed up the water a little bit. So don't have the stove on, because you don't want boiling water. You just want warm water. So after I mixed it, I ended up pouring it in a bowl here, and it says you have to let it sit for 5 minutes. So we're gonna let that sit for 5 minutes. So let's go ahead and mix all the ingredients together, and then we'll add the boiling water, and then we will add the yeast. Okay, so I started mixing, and then it was still very like powdered form, so I ended up using my electric mixer, and I added just a little bit more boiling water, and so it kind of came out to this. So you're supposed to get a dough form. So what I'm gonna do, I already washed my hands. I'm just gonna kind of make it into a dough form. Again, I've never done this, so I don't even think this is the right way to do it. So I have the KitchenAid mixer, but I couldn't find my like dough mixer, because again, I've never made bread or anything. any type of dough form thing, so I've never had to use that type of whisk or whatever the type of dough mixer utensil thing. I don't even know what it's called. I've always used the whisk one, so now that I need it, I can't find it. All right, I am really hoping this is what it's supposed to look like. It says to combine until all smooth. So it says to leave it there for 30 minutes and then we'll come back and finish the rest. Okay, so it's been 30 minutes and now we're gonna roll out the dough and then use the Mickey Mouse cookie cutter to cut out the shapes and then set those aside. Okay, so I just finished cutting all the little Mickey Mouse heads and I did a total of like 42 if I counted right. So now it says to leave them covered with a towel. So here's some and then I got some over there. Shout out to my mom for giving me the little towels here. Okay, so we're gonna leave those for an hour and a half. And then after an hour and a half, we're gonna fry them. So it's been about 2 hours. I kind of went over a little bit. They're supposed to rise. That's the reason why you let them sit for that long. And that didn't happen to mine. They're the same size as they were before. Same with this one. Yeah, they look the same. So they look the same. They did not rise, but we are still gonna fry them and see what happens from there. So the oil I think is ready to go and yeah, let's do this. All right, you guys, so I fried about 12 of them or 11 of them, and I was gonna keep going, but I started to notice that I don't think they're coming out right. Okay, so if you've never had a beignet is supposed to be soft, just like a little soft. It's like a little donut, you know, that just soft texture, but these, they're a little hard. And I didn't cook them for that long. Once they turned brown, I took them out. I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle the powdered sugar and try it out. Okay, so they look pretty, but let's go ahead and try it out. Okay, so it's not nasty, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about them because they're not that soft like a regular beignet. So I don't know, guys. I feel like this might be a fail. I just don't feel like they taste like a beignet. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up there. I am kind of disappointed that they did not turn out as perfect, I guess, as I thought they were going to. I honestly thought they were going to be more fluffier, and I think they should be. I don't know, maybe I did something wrong. I mean, again, we didn't have the proper yeast, and also when I first mixed it, it didn't turn so doughy form, so then I had to mix it with my hands. I don't know, so I don't know what could have gone wrong, but it's okay, we tried. I still had a lot of fun doing it, and I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys go ahead and try it out, let me know, comment down below if yours came out right. I really want to know what I did wrong. All right, guys, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in next week's video. Peace. Okay, so it is the next morning. I fried all of them, and I covered them in foil. So here they are. And honestly, they actually don't taste that bad. They're a little softer. I feel like I made cookies rather than a beignet, but I think we did a good job. I'm not complaining. All right, I'm gonna take it back. It was not a fail. It wasn't a beignet, but we still got a Mickey Mouse cookie out of it, so I think that's a win.